So now that we've solved a few pyramid volume problems on our own, what happens if we are given the volume of a pyramid, but we're missing a dimension of the pyramid instead? Well, let's go ahead and find out. Looking at this problem, it says a pyramid has a volume of 144 cubic centimeters. If the base is in the shape of a triangle with a base of 32 centimeters and a height of 3 centimeters, what is the height of the pyramid? Well, let's read this one more time to see what has been given to us. Well, I see that a pyramid here has a volume of 144 cubic centimeters. So they already gave us the volume. So let's go ahead and write that down on our paper. V for volume. Then they said that the base is in the shape of a triangle. So we're going to start picturing that the base is a triangle and that this triangle itself also has a base of 32 centimeters and a height of 3 centimeters. So we got to read very carefully because they use the word base a lot and it can be a little tricky to determine which piece they're talking about. And then the question itself is asking about what is the height of the pyramid. So again, another word or another H that is missing. So again, it's probably going to be easier to draw this out so we can see exactly what is missing and what is given to us. So first of all, we have a pyramid that has a base shape of a triangle. So I'm going to draw the triangle first. And then I know that these are actually the back pieces of the triangle. And so we're going to actually, let me draw this at its side because it's, what did I do? Oh goodness, guys, apologies. Okay, so triangular base, and they all come together at a point up at the top. And so I know that the volume is already given to us as 144 centimeters cubed. And then I also know that the base of the triangle is 32 centimeters. So this length over here is 32 centimeters. And the height of the triangle, it's just kind of upside down here. The height of the triangle is 3 centimeters. Okay, and they want the height of the pyramid. So in other words, they want to know how tall is this pyramid here, right? The height. Okay, so now we've kind of identified all the pieces. What is the volume formula that we use from our star chart? Well, if I look for pyramids, I see that it's volume equals 1/3 area of the base times the height. So now that we have our formula, we can go ahead and begin substituting what has been given. So the volume is 144. 1/3 stays 1/3. We can't change it. It's in our formula. Now, the area of the base has not been determined yet, but we can find it now looking at the fact that the base is a triangle. We know the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times the height. So 1/2 base times the height. So I'm putting big B here to show that we're trying to find the area of the base. And so 1/2 stays. The base of the triangle, they said, was 32, and the height of that triangle was 3. Okay. And now half of 32, remember we can multiply in any order, is 16. And then 16 times 3 is 48. So the area of the triangular base is 48 centimeters squared. Okay, so I can substitute that into my formula now, 48. And now the height of the pyramid is what we are trying to find, so we're going to leave that as h. Alrighty, so now that we have most of our right side of our equation, we can go ahead and start simplifying the right side before we start manipulating anything else. So 1/3 of 48. Remember, multiplying by 1/3 is the same thing as dividing by 3. So 48 divided by 3 is 16. So far on this side is 16 times the height will get us 144. Well, if we don't know what the height is, what do we have to do to work backwards? Remember, we have to do the inverse of multiplying, which is dividing. We're going to divide both sides by 16. And let's see, bottom out, top in. So 0, 0, so 16 times 7. Let's try that. 7 times 1, 7 times 4, 7 times 1 is 7, 11, 112. We're getting closer. Maybe 16 times 9, 9, Ooh, look at that. 100. So then if we wrote a sentence, if h equals 9, that is telling us that the height of the pyramid is 9 centimeters tall. So let's stamp. We can annotate for the volume formula and then substitute what is given into the formula and then use inverse operations to solve. We're going to try a few mixed practice independently.